Hello guys, we're in 2.0, we're in Itzaland, and let's look at 2.0 5 stars, shall we? So this is an image roughly representing Behind Prayers, one of the evolutions. This is Born Flawless, its last evolution. This is Make My Butt Glow outfit. And then this is our pink unicorn from this current patch. Notice anything? Let me continue. This is Itzaland's boutique dress. And this is the archery outfit. Why is it that there are some themed items in the game when it comes to the new region, but all of our 5 stars outside of for 2.2, which was very Ling Lang themed, it's like the Chinesey place but inside Infinity Nikki. Outside of that, why is it that every patch's 5 star could seamlessly fit into Wishfield? Nothing here screams Itzaland for me. And here's the fun bit. When Wishfield's 5 stars were releasing, when we had a year's worth of Wishfield, people were complaining about lack of clothing diversity. And the common answer was, well, just wait for the new region. Then the banners will change over. Well, now we are in the new region and all of the banners are still Wishfield themed. And I'm not the only person that noticed. There are several posts. Don't get me wrong, I love Wishfield's styling. I love the pink, the glitter, the fairy tale vibes. Enchanted Encounter and Blooming Dreams are still 2 of my fave 5 stars. I'm saying that though, I am low-key disappointed that we're in a whole new region and yet still have so few Itzaland clothing items. Where are the more masculine pieces? Pants, tropical vibes, nature-inspired, adventurous styles? Obviously, I don't want them to appropriate any cultures, but I feel like there must be more we can do for Itzaland aesthetics, rather than just another fairy tale dress 5 star. I know these styles don't sell as well, so it makes sense why they won't put them in the banners, but still, sad face, I would love more variety. And now we have also a complaint thread about the fact that all the shoes are even kind of very similar. Whenever people have said that to explain why she keeps getting super high platform heels with every long dress outfit, it never made sense to me. They could just make the dress a tiny bit shorter without compromising the design. And here's the thing, this is a short dress and we're still getting a very high heel platform shoe design. Back when women wore floor-length dresses on the regular, do you think that they were wearing platform heels? No, they were wearing pretty small heels, if not flats. Marie Antoinette wore huge ball gowns with very small heels. For some reason, they just love putting her in these huge unrealistic platforms, even though a lot of us keep asking for smaller heels or flats. We still don't have a ballet-esque pair of shoes. This is without a platform or a heel. The, in my opinion, weird puffy platform doesn't add anything to the design, and actually detracts from the rest of it, which is pretty cute. Again, in my opinion. So we're getting samey shoes. We are getting samey banners. What gives? And there are a couple of guesses that I could make. One guess would be that we're not properly in Itzaland yet. We're kinda in the land between Wishfield and Itzaland. Maybe like 3.0 will be properly Itzaland themed, or like maybe 2.5 will be properly Itzaland themed. I could also like figure out a secondary excuse, like, well, maybe all the talks about cultural appropriation just scared them so much that they don't really want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Therefore, they're like, we're gonna continue with Wishfield styling until we go into another different area. That's when the styling will for sure change. but I don't think that the styling will for sure change at absolutely any point in time. I don't know what this is. Maybe the teams that make banners versus like the team that makes the rest of the environment and like the new theming, maybe they like work separately. Maybe for Wishfield they created like 30 different dresses and they're like, in order to not waste resources and to not have to spend our designers' work, we can just continue releasing the banners that we haven't released yet. After all, shush, but the rumors about the unicorn have been happening since like the end of Wishfield, before we even hit Itzaland. The rumors about unicorn are like 6 months old now. I suppose it's okay to talk about them now that we have the unicorn, but if the rumors about unicorn are so old, that kinda inspires my thought pattern that they have like a lot of work that has already been done, and they're like, it's pointless making new banners if we have all of these banners. We can just, release without putting in any extra work because it's like already done and finished. Here's my question though. Is anyone like put on Itzaland themed clothing? Because I don't think that they are. Do the people making the clothing, did they not get the memo that the environment has changed? And they're like, yeah, whatever, we're just gonna like work with the vibes, whatever comes to us. And what's coming to them is like princessy dresses. Sometimes we have like nice goth ball gowns of all things, but most of the time it's like, well, it's soft, it's princessy, it's fantasy, and it's a shame. I understand if you didn't want to touch cultural clothing because you got scared by your own store items. I don't think that that's what happened, because I think that these things are pre-planned and pre-released like long in advance, so they don't really like take feedback on the store items, like, oh, the store items didn't work out, maybe we need to adjust the banners now. I don't think that they work that way. Like, I think that they pre-work quite a bit in advance for these updates. So I don't think that that's like what happened, but what is exactly happening? Like, was there never a plan for having an Itzaland plan run, like theme running? But there are some other themes that could be run, because from what I understand, Empire of Light, while more military based, is also very religious based. This outfit could have really fit in with the Empire of Light a lot better, for example. They have no problem making Chinese-inspired outfits for like Chinese New Year and 1.8. They have like no problem with theming there. It's just that the overarching theming everywhere else is just fairy tale vibes. What happens when we get to Whaleport? Don't tell me that we're like not gonna have like casino outfits or like pant outfits or like two pieces at all. Don't tell me that we're still gonna be like, yay, it's modern buildings, but our banners are fairy tale vibes. Because I don't actually know how can you fumble your own theming for your 5 stars like that. I think that if you were planning to theme your 5 stars with your environment, you would have already been seeing it. Which is why I'm like, this is weird. I don't know what Infold is thinking. Like, I have no insider information, so I guess I get to hope that they didn't like the global's reaction to the store outfits for 2.0, so they decided not to risk it, and instead of spending more money making more 5 stars that might not get pulled, they're just releasing all of the designs that didn't quite make it into Wishfield. I'm hoping that this is the situation, because it would mean that their designs that didn't make it into Wishfield category will eventually run out, and they'll have to make something new. And if we're in a different region, maybe it could be finally not Wishfield themed. But this is so perplexing that, like, I can't even say that that's what's gonna happen. Anyway, this video is, I am perplexed by the lack of diversity of clothing, especially for banners, that fits in the new area, new region that they released, because normally when you release a new region, new expansion in the game, you like, 5-star banners will be themed after it. I'm perplexed that that is not the case. I wish I knew that, like, what is happening in Infold, and I want to have hope that at some point we're gonna have more than just fairy tale themes in some way or another. Like, it doesn't have to be 2.0, but please tell me, for the love of God, that by 3.0 we're gonna have something more than fairy tale dresses. Yeah, that's the video. The video is, I am confused about all of this thing. Feel free to be confused with me on the comment section down below. Maybe 2.4 banners will be announced, and that will be like, it's finally something not Wishfield themed, but like, my hopes for that happening are like so low. Because I'm like, oh yeah, Infinity Nikki, it's that game that's infinitely inside fairy tale land with fairy tale vibes, I guess. Anyway, that is the video. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I am very confused. Like the third time now. I don't know what's happening, and I don't know why we can't get Itzaland themed 5-star fits. Hopefully, we get something new in the future. Fingers crossed. Other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for my Patreon supporters, and maybe we should mention this in the survey, because I don't know where else to put it. So yeah, thank you for coming here. Toodaloo.